Hey, Pat.
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening to Defense Midwest?
Well, that's what we're going to get into. We're going to talk about some of our upcoming classes and what to expect from that because, you can put out stuff and people just don't read it. It's like whenever people hand me paperwork, it's like, yeah, that's not getting read.
Yeah.
But if you tell it to me, I'll remember it. So this kind of video just to give you a rundown of our upcoming classes and what to expect from those upcoming classes.
So we have 2 concealed carry classes scheduled.
Yep.
And we're open to scheduling private courses, around that. But right now, we have a concealed carry class tomorrow, Sunday the 20th. And then we have one in November. You remember the date? November the 8th. Okay? So 8 November is a concealed carry class. And tomorrow, Sunday the 20th, is a concealed carry class. Kansas concealed carry, just normal curriculum. No big deal. 8 hours,
Yeah.
And people tell me all the time, hey, Kansas is an open carry state, and it is an open carry state, and it's a constitutional carry state too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, personal opinion, open carry sucks. Okay. When I started in law enforcement in the 90s, about 120 officers a year were killed in the line of duty. About half of those were killed feloniously. The others were car wrecks, heart attacks,
Yeah.
So say about 60 officers a year in the United States, and this varies, but I'm talking in the 90s. But half of those officers that were killed feloniously, roughly half the officers that were killed feloniously, were killed with their own handgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you carry openly, everybody knows where it's at. You buy a shitty holster. Like if you're not spending $120 to $250 on a holster, we're going to take that gun from you really, really easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, hey, you got to, but I'm just saying open carry sucks, okay? Cops do it, and they don't really like it. You know what I mean? Now they're all carrying level 3 holsters. They have 3 different locks on that holster, so they can't be taken from them. So that's my downside to open carry. Plus, it just, I don't know. It's fine as long as somebody has the right gear. No issues.
Yeah.
Constitutional carry, no issues there. I will tell you, when that first came out, I thought, okay, Kansas is going to see some trouble now, but haven't at all.
No.
But I will tell you, there are federal laws that apply in the state of Kansas that you cannot possess a weapon within 1,000 feet of a school, okay?
Yeah.
Unless you live there and it's your property. But you can't carry a weapon within 1,000 feet of a school unless you have a concealed carry license.
Yeah.
Okay, because the federal government grants that exemption with the license to the federal law, but they don't grant it to constitutional carry or open carry. What are the other benefits?
If you're 18 years old, you can carry in the state of Kansas if you have that concealed carry.
If you have a license, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, other states will not recognize that, but as long as you're within the state, you can carry between the ages of 18 to 21 if you have that concealed carry license. The other thing is if you're traveling, you need to get that concealed carry license. If you're going across state lines, and we live close enough to Kansas City, and I don't know, maybe... I think Missouri has constitutional carry as well, so I can't tell you if that transfers or not.
Yeah,
I
don't
think that
so.
it does. Well, yeah, I don't
think so.
I couldn't tell you for sure one way or another. But if you have your concealed carry license, you know that it transfers.
Yeah, constitutional carry in the state of Kansas applies to citizens of Kansas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the other states, but I don't know. We don't know that. We're not legal experts.
No, we're yeah.
What we're saying is, hey, yes, you can carry constitutionally, and I encourage you to. Yes, you can carry openly. Okay, if you're on your own pasture and your own farm ground, and or your own house or your place of business, but I don't really like seeing people walk around. I don't like seeing people walk around Walmart and shit with their open carry. But you can do it, and I encourage you to be armed. But we're just saying, hey, and you don't have to take our concealed carry class. We're just saying, get your permit. The state waives the fees now. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost very much money anymore. And, it's 8 hours. You get a little knowledge and, take the course. It's a good course.
Another benefit is if you take ours, you're in for a chance to win a Ross Martin.
That is true. That is true. Everybody that takes a concealed carry course from us and pays, the tuition. Yeah. the 20% discount to LE. They're still in, you know. But yeah, you're entered to win one of these Ross Martin pistols. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I forgot that. Yeah. Damn it. Giving away another pistol, aren't I?
Yeah. Hey, and also talking about this as we're going through these classes, I don't know which I'm dropping first, the announcement about these about this raffle for these or this class, but we'll be raffling these off. There'll be more information in the other video, either before or after.
Yeah.
But keep an eye out for the video on this stuff as a fundraiser for Resolute Ranch.
Yeah, and there'll be announcements on Defense Midwest on all the social media and pictures and stuff like that. Yep. What else we got coming up, Pat?
We got our long-range patrol rifle.
Yes, we do. That is coming up.
I think it's in August.
Here we go. Yeah, it's next month. Yep, there we go. 16 August. Long-range carbine. Yep. It's an open enrollment, Eskridge, Kansas.
What's the cost on that?
Looks like $150.
$150, and we've got steel out 900 out there in Eskridge.
Yeah.
And ammo count, roughly?
300, but you probably won't shoot 300.
Yeah.
But I'd bring 300.
So if you got that AR and you want to see how far out you can reach, it's a opportune time to do that.
Yep.
And also another class that we're going to be doing. We've kind of been talking about letting some of you hunters come out there right before hunting season and stretching out those bolt guns and seeing if you really can hit that target at 900 yards.
Yeah, in September we have our rural carbine applications class, which is going to blend long range. So the long range is a prep for this, just like vehicles, and our patrol rifle class that we had last month is a prep for this. So it's going to blend those two things together. So you know, it should be an interesting, fun class.
Is that one in Eskridge as well?
That one is in Eskridge. It is the 20th of September.
And what day was that bolt gun class?
It's coming up. We'll get to it here in a minute.
So we got several classes coming in this Eskridge range. If you guys have never been to our Eskridge range, it's pretty impressive. The facility itself is impressive. We've actually got legit good working bathrooms there and showers and stuff like that. We host our Warrior Challenge out there.
Speaking of the Warrior Challenge, 10th through the 12th of October.
Yeah.
10 through 12 October. Come out, participate. It's fun.
Oh, it's a blast.
Camp or stay in the bunks.
So realistically, you can show up on Saturday, but really, if you want to go, guys want to come out Friday night and stay out there Friday night and Saturday night, we'll actually be raffling these off. So if you've bought a raffle ticket, that's whenever you find out if you want it or not. The half-face blade, knife and hatchet set, the stop box, and then an additional Ross Martin.
Yep. So, Warrior Challenge. And then we've got the hunting rifle applications class is the 25th of that month, October.
But
should get you just before deer season and everything.
How many rounds for that?
We're not gonna, because we're gonna get all kinds of bolt guns, with all kinds of different expense and stuff. So we're gonna keep as low, but I think we'll shoot 50 rounds.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, 50 to 60. I'd probably bring 5 boxes of ammo, but we'll try to keep it. If you're shooting a 300 Weatherby mag, you probably don't want to shoot it 100 times in a day. We'd
prefer your rifles to be zeroed before you come out, but if you need to zero them whenever you come out, there will be an opportunity.
And we'll talk about zero on them, but you also got to understand, at least for me, I'm primarily an M4 guy.
Yeah,
I understand the ballistics. I understand the zeros. I understand, and you can bring me different zeros. I still understand what that gun's going to do. I don't know what every hunting round's going to do. You know what I mean? I don't. So
there's so many different types.
So we're going to check some zeros and we're going to play with that a little bit to see what everybody's gun does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll get you on paper. We'll get you on paper to 300 or 400 for sure. And then we can shoot steel from there. But I want to see I want everybody to understand what their zero, how it affects what their bullet does. And we have to true the gun. Yes, you can use the ballistics on the box or the ballistics on your calculator or your Kestrel or whatever you're using, but you got to true the gun to it because it may not be true to the actual ballistics. There's enough variables in there. So anyway, we'll talk about that. That's the primary purpose of what we're doing there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We don't have a pile of them coming on. We've got 4 retreats coming up.
With Resolute Ranch.
Yeah, if you want to check out Resolute Ranch, the 1-day retreats and stuff. But yeah, 2 concealed carry classes, long range patrol rifle, and then the rural applications, which is the blending of the patrol rifle at CQB distances around vehicles, and then, reaching out at distances that you might actually see in a rural setting,
Yeah, the Eskridge range, we've got a flat range there, then we've got 900 yards we can reach out to on steel, and then how many degrees of...
It's almost 360. We just can't shoot back at the bathroom.
Yeah, so we've got, I'd say, a 300 degree range.
Yeah, 300, maybe 320, something like that. But
and as we get closer to the Warrior Challenge, we'll do some announcements on some of the prizes that will be on the prize table, and like I said, you're going to see these a few more times going... leading up to those dates, but you guys got to check this stuff out. We don't have any more pistol classes this year other than concealed carry, and we're weighing the interest in some of these classes that we're doing on what we're going to be offering next year.
Yeah, like next year, we'll continue to do concealed carry classes. We've been doing those since 2006 when they passed the law. I don't know when Bill Henry and I taught our first one, but it was somewhere around there. But I don't know. Next year we may drop our open enrollment courses.
Yeah,
we're just like it. It's a lot of work, and there's a lot of liability, and there's a lot of stress. And if people don't want to train, that's fine with me. We're just doing military and law enforcement stuff, and if somebody puts a custom class together, we do that. Be happy to do that. But yeah, as far as offering these bulk courses, I'm not really seeing that 2026 is going to have any of these.
Yeah.
We've got the same group of guys who want to come back, but that's about it. So, if you're interested, show up. Come have some fun. No worries, and that's not a threat. Hey, we're not gonna. It's just it's just
factual. Everything's changing.
Yep, it is the whole training. I have several friend. Graybeard Actual just announced they're dropping all their open enrollment classes. They're going to go strictly law enforcement and military. It's just, I guess people are more comfortable right now
more comfortable buying guns than they are shooting them.
That is true. Hey, that's what we got coming up at Defense Midwest. Raffles for these. What did we say? $10 a ticket.
$10 for one ticket. 6 for 50. 15 for 100.
Yeah, that's right. There you go, Pat.
Hit us up on social media or a website, or if you've got a personal information, you can hit us up that way.
Yep. At a class, anything. Yep. Pat's going to be in charge of the drawing, and
I am.
Pat's in charge of the drawing. Pat's probably going to win. I don't know. We'll see. You got anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Out.